Yo, what's good, everyone? It's Angelic, and today I am back finally with another reaction video. This one's quite short. I saw this on my subscription feed from one of my inspirations, Most Critical. He was talking about the Demon Slayer movie, which I watched, and it was pretty fire. It's pretty good. I was planning to make a video on it, but I don't want to spoil you guys or anything, but you guys have to see it for yourself. It's actually pretty good. There are two key moments in the movie, which I'm not going to name, but once you watch it, you understand what they are and you make that judgment yourself. But me personally, I really like the movie. I really do. And my brother said it has like 3 parts to it. So we got 2 more parts left. And I'm wondering, are they going to do like, they drop the movie, then they're going to drop like new episodes. They do that cycle. Or they're going to, maybe they're going to do the other one. They're going to break the movie into parts on Crunchyroll. They did that for the McGoon Train movie. Yeah, maybe they do both of them. Who knows? But today, we got a bit of a disgusting, nasty video about what happened. Apparently, this man decided to pee during the movie. He did not go up and use the bathroom. He just rather unzip his pants and start peeing there. When there's legit kids watching, bro. When I went to see the movie, all the seats are almost packed. And I saw some kids, they were like watching the movie. You couldn't just go up and use the bathroom, bro? What is wrong with you? Let's get straight into the reaction. Alright, here's the video, and let's see what Moise is going to talk about.
Yeah, I threw the spectacles on for this one, so you know it's serious business. When I started stream tonight, chat told me something I could have never expected to read. News that you never want to hear.
Dang.
Chaos at the movies in surprise.
Yeah, I saw this video on Twitter. Oh my goodness. They were throwing haymakers at this guy, bruh. While Zenzetsu was charging in the background, he was doing his seventh form, and oh my god. Yo, it is crazy. But I don't know if that's a spoiler. I'm sorry if I spoil it for you guys. But yeah, he was doing his seventh form, and then this dude got what's coming to him. Like, why you want to pee there, bruh? You could have just got up, be respectful, walk across people, and went to the bathroom.
This weekend after police say a man exposed himself and urinated inside the theater.
During a screening for the new Demon Slayer film, one fan excitedly stood up and apparently unzipped his trousers and began peeing. Now, I've seen conflicting reports on if they were peeing on somebody or just peeing in general on something. Based on the charges, I'm going to guess it was the latter. It doesn't sound like they pissed on anyone R. Kelly style. It seems like he just started peeing on the seats below him, and then he just sat down as if nothing abnormal just happened. And as you can see here, patrons of the cinema were not too pleased with this display, so they got up and clobbered him. They fucking beat the piss out of him. It was
Literally.
It was a smackdown. This isn't. They only show you a snippet of it. They are walloping this man, and then when they're done, you can see him in like a Peter Griffin death pose, pretty much. I've seen people calling him the Piss Hashira, and that's given me a hearty giggle. Now, I recently mentioned that I just got a copyright strike for showing news footage, but I truly cannot do this topic justice without showing you some of this footage. So I guess I'm just gonna roll the dice here and hope that the news agency won't be upset at showing you some of these clips here about what unfolded. It is so fucking unhinged. The chutzpah to stand up proudly and piss in a crowded movie theater, just fucking tinkling, golden showering the seats beneath you is unfathomable. Like, this isn't even, he didn't even try and be discreet about it. He stood up and he is in the middle of this row of seats. He is in the middle of the section. Everyone was going to see him stand up, and I imagine instantly people were like, "Sit down, goober, what are you doing, douchebag? Take a seat." And then
Yeah, like, imagine you just go with your family trying to watch the Demon Slayer movie, and this man stood up and start peeing in the seats. Like, who would do that? Why? You can't just go to the bathroom, like take a right and then exit out the theater and you head to the restrooms, bro?
like taking a closer look, like upon further inspection, like, oh my god, he's urinating. oh my god, he's fucking peeing over there.
Yeah, it happened Friday night at the AMC Surprise Point. That's where officers responded to the disturbance. Witnesses told police that the man was confronted after he got up, unzipped his pants, and started peeing during a screening of Demon Slayer. Moviegoers confronted the man and started hitting him. The suspect, Limmel Hull, was later arrested and booked on charges of indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, and criminal damage.
I may not be familiar with the Surprise Point AMC location, but I can tell you about surprises, and boy howdy was this probably a big one for everyone that attended this screening. Goodness gracious. When I saw this movie yesterday, my theater was filled to the brim. There wasn't a single open seat left. So if I was a betting man, I would put money that there were people in the seats next to him and people around the splash zone beneath him. Probably horrified that this guy just stood up, pulled his cock out, and then started peeing. Now,
Hey, he referenced his own meme. He's pulling his cock out. Oh, that video is funny, bro.
I mentioned, I believe no one was hit with the biological warfare here. I think most people walked away dry, considering his charges didn't include, like, assault or something, which maybe would have been the charge that would arise from getting pissed on. I don't exactly know what it is. But since his charges were criminal damages, indecent exposure, stuff like that, it doesn't sound like anyone got, like, piss waterboarded. No one was, like, drenched and super soaked by him or anything. But I do think there's a possibility that maybe it just wasn't reported because maybe they didn't even know that they got hit. Like, I feel like standing up and pissing like this, probably, like, there's going to be droplets bouncing and splashing in places they don't expect, so maybe some people got it on, like, their shoes or something and just didn't notice, because from the sound of things, he did a full-blown tinkle carpet bomb. I would wager a guess that the guys who went up and gave him the knuckle sandwiches were probably the ones closest to him when he did this.
Yeah.
And I would also say that I'm surprised that he didn't get more charges added, considering that in this movie theater auditorium, there were probably kids around.
Yeah,
when he
that's
got
what I'm
up and just
saying.
started pissing with like his whole meat out and everything. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised there weren't more charges on it.
Hull appeared in court Saturday afternoon. He was later released. A witness tells us AMC gave everyone in the theater a refund.
That's actually a pretty nice gesture from AMC with the refunds, but you can't put the piss back in the balls. What a crazy situation here. I actually cannot even imagine the state of mind someone would have to be in to do some shit like that. It seems he desperately needed to go to the potty, but I guess he just didn't want to excuse himself to the restroom. Maybe he was afraid that he'd miss something important in the movie. He didn't want to miss a second of the action. And even still, the decision to stand up and piss is fucking shockingly baffling. Like, there's no good way of doing this besides just going to the bathroom. You're going to miss a little bit of the movie. But, like, why wouldn't you just pee your pants? like, you can piss your pants and nobody would know you did that in a dark auditorium. Like, maybe they'd smell it, eventually as the odor emanates. But it'll also be kind of hard to pin that on who exactly was the pants pisser. Like, why wouldn't he just pee his pants? That would also come with a myriad of excuses too, by the way, like, oh man, I had an accident, I didn't know I had to pee like that, or you could, like, blame it on a condition or something. But instead, he made, like, an entire song and dance out of him pissing. Like, he actually interrupted the film so that way people would watch him pee. He called all the attention to his degenerate act. What a fucking sick freak.
Yeah, that's the thing. He could have just privately pissed himself or just excused himself to the bathroom. Like, that's being respectful. And he did make a good point that, yeah, someone would smell it, but they can't exactly pinpoint who it is. He just stood up, not ashamed that he's doing it in front of adults and children. Like, let people watch the movie, bro. They're not here to see you piss yourself.
Anyway, though, I had to yap about this a bit. This one was shockingly wild. That's about it. See ya.
Yeah, that is crazy. I don't expect anybody to do that. And especially, he did that yesterday or like 2 days ago by the time I'm recording this. Just go to the bathroom. If you can't, then just piss yourself. There's no big deal. But don't make a scene out of it. Because why do you want to make a scene? No one wants that. We just want to watch a movie, go home, and talk about it. That's it. That's pretty much all for today's video. Just don't do that.